Welcome to Scale Modeling Videos. In today's video I'm going to show you how to fix or fill various different ejector pin marks using various different techniques. Here you can see ejector pin marks on an airplane model in various different locations. I'm going to show you how to fix these. Okay, here you can see them inside a very difficult to get to location. And here, once again, you can see them inside a landing gear bay as well. Okay. The first technique that I'm going to show you is where I will sand off an ejector pin mark. Here I have an ejector pin mark on a round surface. I am going to use a round nail file to sand this off. If this was on a flat surface, I would use a flat nail file to sand it off. Okay, I will let the video explain this technique. This video is in ×2 speed, so you get an idea of how long this takes. The ejector pin mark has been sanded off, as you can see here. The next technique I'm going to show is one where I will use putty to fill in this hole here, okay? I am going to use perfect plastic putty. You can also use other kinds of putty. I like to use this putty because it is easy to wipe off. All you need is water, okay? And it would be very hard to sand something off like this. This is why I use perfect plastic putty, because I can wipe it off using water. Okay, I'll let the video explain the rest of this process. I have let this dry for about 1 hour. Now I'm going to use a water and an earbud to clean it off, as you will see here. While you are cleaning off the putty, you have to be very careful. The best technique is to clean around the edge of the circle first, and then maybe wipe over it a few times. If you remove too much of the putty, you might have to start all over again. We have now filled this hole using perfect plastic putty, as you can see here. The next technique I'm going to show you is one where you can carve these holes out using a hobby knife, okay? This technique is good for those ejector pin marks or holes that are in very difficult to get to locations, okay? Once I've carved the hole out, I will then clean it. Here I'm using a makeup brush to clean it. Then I will use a toothpick to make sure there's no dust left over. Okay. Once I have cleared all the dust out, I will then apply Tamiya extra thin cement. Okay. This levels out the surface, giving a nice smooth surface at the end. So this is a very important step. I have let the glue dry for 1 hour, and now I'm just going to paint over it to see how the surface looks. Here we can see that the hole or the ejector pin mark has been removed. For the last part of this video, I'm going to show you how to fill some of these holes here using a mix of some of the techniques we've just learned. I am now going to let this dry for 1 hour. Once the putty is dry, I will clean it again with an earbud and water. I will use several earbuds in this process, and I have sped the video up so you can see this. Here you can see where I make a mistake and I clean off too much of the putty, and I've left the hole unfilled. Next I'm going to paint over these with Humbrol 226. As we can see, some of the ejector pin marks still remain. I'm going to use a very thick coat of paint, and I'm going to brush paint it on these ejector pin marks. This is very similar to applying a layer of glue as well. Okay, as you can see, this is Humbrol paint, and it will also self-level. Here we can see all the holes we wanted to fill have been filled. Okay, I hope you guys liked the video. I tried to show you as many different techniques as possible on how to fix or fill these holes. Okay, the technique that you use will always depend on where the ejector pin mark is on your model kit.